I'm going to give you a vision of what schools could and should be like. They could be places of utter delight, fascination, stimulation, joy, places of love where children can't wait to get in there in the morning, where parents are so full of gratitude to the school and to the teachers that these are just engines of joy and meaning and learning, not just for the children, but for the families and the community. This, friends, is what schools could and should be like. But the reality is that schools the world over, are becoming factories, exam factories, mechanized processes, where governments, frantically frightened that they're going to fall behind some meaningless league tables, pummel their kids with facts. We are teaching parrots. We are not teaching human beings any longer that they can repeat this in the totally meaningless, ultimately GCSEs and A-levels and degrees, but we're not teaching people to open their hearts and open their minds. We're not teaching people to lead lives full of meaning and full of love. And let me tell you that what children have not acquired by the time they leave school at 16 or 18, they are unlikely to learn for the rest of their lives. It is so important what happens at school. This morning I had an email from one of our groups who are in a township near Port Elizabeth in South Africa. This is building on the point there about Mother Teresa. And these children have nothing. You know, they don't have whiteboards, they don't have Apple, they don't have interactive this and ology that. But, you know, they are happy. They're grateful to be there. Their parents are grateful. Look here at schools all around here, all around this country. And there are children who can't wait to get out. In these places, in India and throughout the developing world, there are children who can't wait to get in. What is that telling us about money? And you know what happens is the government who value teachers and heads and schools for one thing alone, and that is the ability to get exam passes. A good school is a school that has great exam passes. An improving school is one that exam passes are going up. A failing school is one that is going down. This is how we are valued. It is a sick rictus dance of skeletons towards a kind of meaningless death that we think is life and we think is education, and it is sick. We have become richer, but we have become sicker. And what happens is when a child goes wrong, then everyone rushes in and tries to put that child back together again. When they fall off the end of the waterfall and fall down and smash themselves up, then everyone rushes in. But let's try and stop children, please, falling over. So when the waterfall, let's try and give them something that's wholesome and decent and lovely and full of goodness and full of truth and full of relationships. Let's get over this point that was revealed with stunning clarity when just 5 years ago a psychiatrist from Harley Street was seeing 5 children from one single class of one London school, and their common characteristic was none of them felt valued for who they were, only for what they could achieve in their exam passes. Sick, sick, sick. Now, we can do things about this. And when we started teaching happiness 5 years ago, and there are many brilliant people in this room. You're all brilliant, in fact, every single one of you. But there, looking down now, is Ian Morris, who is our leader on well-being and happiness. Ian is around all today, would love to talk to you. And he is a brilliant exponent of all of this. We teach these 10 steps. Because if you teach them, and for children who come from lesser privileged backgrounds, it's all the more important to give children this good grounding at the very outset, at the very outset of their lives, so that they can learn themselves about these things. Can I just finish by thanking all of you again for coming here, Mark here, all of you who've made this possible. This is too serious to be taken flippantly. I can't thank the BBC enough, Sean, Mark Easton, and everybody else for taking us seriously. I am so sad about those elements in the media who yet scorn us, are cynical about it. You wait until one of you has a child with anorexia, a child who has a breakdown. You wait till things happen and you realize that we are not talking about things that are indulgent and trite. We're talking about the very stuff of life. We're talking about how to get people from 0 to +5, a life that's okay, to a flourishing life. But we're also talking about how to get people from -5 to at least 0, a tolerable life. We must do this together. We can achieve wonderful things together. Thank you all.